the anticipation of the countdown, what's happening, who are we going to meet, what dog are we going to help, what cat are we going to help, what horse are we going to help, what hamster. Never know. Maybe a ferret. What else have we? Rats. We've helped everything. Everything. Natalie has
Hi.
been so patient with me because I've been sick and I'm still not great. So when you guys see me chugging water back here, please know, sorry, but I'm trying to keep my voice for this. Anyway, welcome, Natalie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for your patience. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I know you've been through a lot. So let's start by telling us about Sweet Georgia.
Okay. Well, Georgia, she's the most perfect dog in the whole world. And I know everybody says that, but I believe it to be true. We adopted her from Chicago Animal Care and Control back in 2010. And she's just been my angel ever since. Do you want to know? I don't know if you want to know the adoption story or any other stories. I got a million.
Yes. So do you know, like, what was her pet? Did she come in as a stray or?
She came in as a stray. And she was actually in the shelter for a really long time. Like for CACC, she was there for like 3 to 4 months or something. But she was a favorite. She was like a volunteer favorite, and I almost passed her by actually, because we went a few times to look at dogs. And at that point, my son, who is in college now, he was 10. And so, I brought him, we looked at a few dogs and we saw some really sweet ones, but they were all a little bit too like rough with him. And when I saw Georgia, I don't remember why I passed her by, but I did. She was not one of the ones that I took out the first day. And my sister was with me then, and she was like, "What about this girl? She seems so sweet." And we just kind of moved past. And then when I came back, she was in a different spot, but I felt like she remembered us. And then it was just me and my son. So, we went out back to play with her, and kind of run around or whatever. And my son was throwing her a tennis ball. And when she would bring the ball back to him, she would jump up on him, but not really. She would like put all of her weight in her back legs. So she was really super gentle with him, and he fell in love with her right away. And I was like, this is our dog. And then when the day that we came to pick her up, all the volunteers came out because they say on the speaker, bring Georgia out for adoption. And all the volunteers came out and they were like, who's adopting Georgia? Who's adopting Georgia? And then they met me and my son, and they were like, oh, we're so glad that, she's going home with a little boy. And yeah, so
That's so
the adoption
sweet.
story.
So I think that was like a little bit before I started to volunteer at Animal Control. You adopted her. It sounds like I think I started in like late 2010. I'll have to go back and look, but yeah, it is like it's like a magical moment when any dog gets out of Chicago Animal Care and Control, especially one that has been there for a while. So I know, she probably means a lot to a lot of people that I'm friends with, which is pretty cool that and I'll meet you. So tell me now, she I know has to go through CHOP protocol, so she has cancer. Tell me about the diagnosis, the prognosis, where you are, because I think she had cancer, was cured for a bit or went away for a bit, and then it came back. So tell us where she is now.
Right. So we got the diagnosis in December of 2022 at our regular vet. Told us about it and said to find an oncologist. And I was absolutely devastated because you hear lymphoma and you're like, oh my God, that's awful. We ended up, the place that could get us in the fastest was WVRC up in Kenosha. So we had to drive all the way up there and get her looked at, but I immediately liked the staff there. And the vet, Dr. Worth, I really loved her, and she seemed like really smart and really sweet. So yeah, she went through the CHOP protocol then, and she was in remission like maybe halfway through, like pretty fast. And the reason why we decided to do it then, even though it was so much money, but they were like, if she just goes through it, it's not as hard on her, as it is on humans, the chemo, because I was worried about that. Like, is she going to be miserable? And, when she has a pretty good chance of at least having another year, maybe more. So I was like, yes, okay, please, like, let's give her some more time. So she was in remission for about a year, over a year. We've been taking her back to Wisconsin once a month just to get her rechecked. And this last time we went, the tech came out and she was like, you have to go back to the room. And I was like, crap. So we went back there and talked to Dr. Worth, and she was like, yeah, it's definitely back. And I thought that was it. I was like, well, if it's come back, like, can we even treat it? But Dr. Worth said, actually, yes, because she responded so well last time, and because she was in remission for such a long time, and because she has no other health problems, she was very confident that she could give her at least another year. And so again, I was like, well, okay, because she was happy. Like, she actually likes going to that vet up there. She gets excited when she gets in the car and we get on the road, and she has her friends up there. And yeah, so yeah, so we're doing it again.
Yeah, do you live in Chicago, or where do you live?
Yeah, I live in Chicago on the northwest side, Portage Park.
Oh, wow. So you are driving the whole way to Wisconsin. That's the person that has my heart. I'm going to start to cry. That's so amazing. That's so amazing. So you don't know, or maybe you do, is Dr. Worth and I have been talking in the background. I think you do know some of that. So I actually was just talking to her about 15 minutes ago. So we're going to pay your bills for you.
You are? Like, all of them?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Are you serious?
So, yeah. I know that you've had a lot going on, so it's the least I can do.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to listen a little bit. Are you serious? That is it. That is so generous. I'm sorry. I love her so much. She deserves it. She's such a good girl.
Yes, she does. And so do you, because I know that you've had, issues paying your bills. And that's the kind of person I love, is somebody that puts their dog above everything else. And that's what you've done. Brew came from animal control. So any dog from animal control has my heart. He came from that same exact shelter, Chicago Animal Care and Control. So
I saw that. I saw that on the website. Yeah. Oh, this.
Yeah. So we will work with Dr. Worth. We'll pay all of the CHOP bills going forward, and then if you can send me your past bills, I want to pay those too.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm a little bit in shock. I thought, maybe you would contribute a little bit. I had no idea. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for rescuing from a crowded shelter. I think we all see right now the current shelter crisis going on, and people that adopt from animal control and local rescues that pull from our city shelters. Really important work that the shelters are doing and the rescues, but even more important for people to foster and adopt. So you're the epitome of that. If you guys are watching this and you can donate to Live Like Brew Foundation, please do that. Natalie, I'm going to get you some money, make those appointments. Dr. Worth knows that we've got you. So
awesome.
I can see why you like her. She's been an advocate for you since day one. So nice of her to reach out to us. I've never really had a vet reach out to us to say, like, this is somebody that really needs you guys. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. Oh my God. This is just so great. I love animal people. God, I love dog people.
So do we. Thank you, Natalie. And I'm sorry about the wait. Thank you for your patience.
No
I know
problem.
now that it was worth it. I'll be in touch with you. We love you, and send us pictures so we can show everybody Georgia in this video.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I will send them right away.
All right, awesome. Bye.